this is JC. Welcome to Urban Knife Guy, where we explore the urban lifestyle and jungle survival. This is part 3 of my pool EDC series, and I will be reviewing this cue. This is the Little Monster Black Evo 2-in-1 jump brake cue. It features a carbon fiber shaft. It's got a really strong design, and if you like this kind of strong graphics, you might like the aesthetics of this pool cue. But other than that, it's a really good value budget cue. Now the price on this is about $150 to $180 depending where you get it from, and that's really a budget range pool cue, especially for a jump brake cue. But if you are in the market for something that price, this would probably fit, right? So it looks great, fit and finish is good. It comes with joint protectors, and in terms of the graphics, it features very strong graphics. There's this gorilla on it. It says Black Evo, yellow and black, but even though it's quite strong, I think because it's mainly black, it's still quite fine. You might see this chip over here. This did not come like that. I knocked it or dropped it slightly and the paint just flaked off. So just take note of that. It's not baked on that well, I think. But I've used a paint marker and covered it, and it's actually not a big problem. So more graphics there. There is no wrap for this brake cue. You can buy your own wrap if you want. And it does come with a bumper which can be removed. I'm not sure if you can change the weights on this. I did try to look inside. I couldn't see a hex bolt to be able to unscrew or change the weights, but this is a 19.5 ounce. And honestly, it feels heavier than that. But it is very well made, very solid. Now, if you think about a budget cue, it doesn't feel like a cheap cue. On the other side, the joint is a Uniloc. It's got a joint protector once again, and this is how you connect your shaft and your butt together. So the shaft is completely carbon fiber. It is very well made. You know, fit and finish is good. I will be hitting with this in a bit, and I'm new to carbon fiber when it comes to brake cues. Previously, I used a Fury jump brake cue that uses a maple shaft. So first time I'm using a shaft which is carbon fiber for my brake cue. But it does feel very solid. It is a 12.9 diameter tip, and this is a phenolic tip. So it's not a leather tip, and a lot of brake cues have phenolic tips. In fact, my Fury cue did have as well, and you have to get used to using a phenolic tip. It feels different, it sounds different, it hits different. It's really something you have to get used to. But if you can, you might like it. If not, you can always change the tip for this cue if you want. So you can screw the butt and the shaft together with the Uniloc, and the entire length of this cue is 58 inches, so the standard length. And overall, it's a pretty handsome cue, I would say, except for those loud graphics. I think it's fine, right? So if you do not mind the aesthetic, you probably like the look of this cue. It is a jump brake cue, so there is a handle, or the end of the butt can be removed. Now this is where most of the weight is on it, and then you're left with the jump handle with the shaft, and that's essentially the full length of your jump cue, like a traditional jump cue. And again, feels good, looks solid. And overall, I think for that price, right, for what you get, a jump brake cue, a 2-in-1, from an aesthetic point of view and fit and finish, just looking and feeling the quality of materials from the first impression, I think you get good value there. Alright, so now let's go to the table. I have not broken with this, so what you're going to see are my first brake attempts, both with 8-ball and 9-ball, and also jump balls later on, just to get a feel of it, and I'll share my thoughts as we go with it. But that's a final look at the cue. Let's head to the table. So the first thing I wanted to do was to try to control the cue ball with the brake. Making balls was not really a priority for me starting out, and just want to get used to the tip. Now I have shot with phenolic tips before, so I knew what to expect, but I still had to try to get used to this particular cue and try to get better control of the cue ball. The spread was not bad. I would have to say that I didn't feel that the balls just spread easily. In fact, as I was trying to control the cue ball more with a more controlled brake, it didn't seem to just scatter the balls. I did have to put in a bit of effort in it to get that spread, but then I got better in controlling the cue ball. And then it could also be the spot on the table. I did shift to the left a bit just to see if I could get more balls in. I could get the control down, keeping the cue ball mainly towards the center of the table, and then I shifted the position of the cue ball later on to see if I could sink some balls. So as I got used to it, breaking more, I felt I could spread the balls more, and it was really about syncing and then controlling the cue ball. But once again, like any phenolic tip, you have to get used to it. If you're used to hard leather tips, this would be a different feel and also the sound. And it's easy also to miscue with a phenolic tip. So that's why I like to use a closed bridge personally, just to keep the cue level and my stroke level as well throughout as I follow through, in order to get control, spread the balls, and hopefully make a ball on the brick. Then we switch over to 9 ball. Now, of course, with less balls, it should be easier to scatter the balls and maybe make the balls. So once again, I'm trying to control the cue ball as far as I can, and of course, get a good spread and sink balls. So for 9 ball, I felt really no problem with this particular cue. It spread the balls, it did what it's supposed to do. I felt fine breaking with this shaft, and again, I'm still getting used to this. All this is in my first session of using this Little Monster Black Evil, but I would say that I was getting comfortable with it, controlling the cue ball, making the spread, and making the balls. And it's really just about practice, and of course practicing my own breaking technique. Now we come to testing out the jump cue. Now, I'm not a jumper, okay, but this was my first try. I set up this shot, and on my first try I did manage to sink the black ball with a jump shot, so I was quite hopeful. So I reset the shot. This time I was going off the rail, slightly further shot, but it took me about 2 or 3 attempts to get this ball in. So again, this is purely just user competence, and I'm sure in an expert jumper's hand, they probably actually find this jumps quite well. And I found that this was actually a good jumper. The hard phenolic tip helps propel the ball quite easily, and overall, I think if you are looking for a good jump cue or good jump break cue, this might work for you. Now overall, I find that this Little Monster Black Evo is a pretty good jump break cue for the price and for the fact you get a carbon fiber shaft, right? Really no complaints there. Now the reason I got this was because the reviews were good, so I decided to try it. Now in this part of the world where I'm in Southeast Asia, this cue is actually pretty popular because it's a Chinese brand, so I guess just based on supply and demand, it is quite popular. So I see a lot of people using it, so I thought it wasn't too expensive, let's give it a shot, and it is to replace my Fury break cue, which actually split on me after 20 years. But I will be experimenting with other break cues, but if you're looking for a high value, low budget jump break cue, I think this could be for you. Well, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.